visibility isn't the best here, so I've just had to have a bit of a creep. Just making a bit of an assessment about how fast this person was travelling. I'm going to go after this one, so I'm starting to creep while that one's coming. A bit faster now. Okay, so a little bit of a... Let's tell you a little bit about the weather then. So it's, according to my car, it's 4 degrees. This morning we had quite frozen roads. Here where I am now, the sun is quite strong. It's a bit glary. We may have some roads that might still be a little bit damp, but for the most part it's warming up out there quite nicely. Using this person as a blocker then. And the next roundabout is called Bailey's Corner. Now, as I am planning to turn right today at Bruce Street Bridges, I'm going to go straight into this right hand lane. It was obviously nice and easy as I had no one near to me, and I'm going to stay in this right hand lane now. When I get a little closer to Bailey's Corner, I'm going to indicate right. I'm going to do that about now. Going straight to first on this occasion, as I was confident I wasn't going to be able to go. Just waiting for a break. Here it is. Need to keep check of anything on my left hand side. And then this is the lane I now want for Bruce Street Bridges, as I'm planning to go right, third exit, West Swindon. On the approach to the roundabout then, look out for any signs or markings telling you which lanes to use. All I have at the moment is arrows. So I'm going to be using the middle lane here for a right turn, third exit. So going into the middle, part-time lights are on, and I'm going to sit here now with my right signal on. Okay, the part-time lights could go off at any point. Okay, I'm going to get myself ready. So, clutch, into gear. Keeping in this middle lane behind the white BMW. The lights are green, so I'm going to continue, but I'm going to do this on my far left. From this point here then, mirror, left signal, ensuring I'm keeping a nice tight position, middle of my lane or slightly more to my left if I need to. Cancelling my signal now. Now on Great Western Way then, where a lot of people will break the speed limit regularly. Careful you don't follow them. I'm travelling at 29 miles per hour and the people in the right lane must be going a few miles an hour quicker than me, and I'm being caught up on the right by a Renault. Okay, at this roundabout then, I'm going straight ahead. Okay, there's my opportunity. There's my signal. Signal off. I'm going to go faster. That was just to say hello, I'm here, because when they repositioned they seemed to do so a little bit faster. Right, I'm going to come over into the right hand lane. I'm just waiting for this KA. After the KA then, quick shoulder check, and then I'm over. Signal off. Going right at this roundabout, the Meads, right towards the district centre. Planning to use the middle lane at the moment. Can use the right lane, don't need it. There's my signal. I'm committed to entering the roundabout now. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick shoulder check, and I'm going to change that lane plan to a right lane, because look at the resistance I've got here. Now that was easy because I knew what was going on around me. Careful now that no one's coming over. Here's my exit signal. And as I've got quite a bit of pace over the van in my left, I'm going to do my lane change now as part of my exit. And then I'm going to fall into this position here. At the roundabout, at the crossroads then, Westmead Crossroads, I'm continuing straight ahead. I can see the light has just changed for the left lane. Speed limit reduces to 30 miles per hour. At the next roundabout then, I'm planning to go straight ahead. I'm going to change lanes after the van. I'm going to show my intention shortly. Here's my intention then. Falling in behind the van. Cancelling the signal as I'm not turning right. I'm going straight. Keeping my position on the left hand side of this right hand lane then for my intention of going straight ahead. I went with a little gas there then because I felt I had the opportunity, as long as my pace was reasonable. dubious about the Mazda in front of me and the Ford behind, as they are very slow to make progress. I'm currently going really quite slow with no one to give way to. Speed limit here then is 40, and I'm continuing straight ahead at the next roundabout, making my way currently towards Tewkesbury Cross. Speed limit now reduces to 30, left lane for going straight ahead, third gear. Speed limit's now back out to 40, just trying to make some progress within that speed limit while I can. Back down to 30 again. And then left into Meads. Quite a bumpy road here. Probably getting quite a lot of wobble on that camera from that. Happy that pedestrian should be out of my way. Okay, so coming into this area then, travelling at a speed that I know I can stop at. I've got plenty of potential obstacles for the oncoming cars. Just trying to look as far beyond this Nissan Juke as I can, a little bit faster now so that I can get back to safety. Just lifting off because that car's decided to pull out in front of me, and then actually having to brake because of the oncoming cars. At this next roundabout then, I'm going left towards Tewkesbury Cross, where I'm going to do the straight ahead. It's the straight ahead here that people commonly do in a straight line. Expect that others may do it, but don't do it yourself. After this Jaguar, I'm at the biting point then, plenty of gas. Okay, Tewkesbury Cross then, so going straight ahead, second exit, town centre, Toothill, B4553, right lane on the approach, right lane splits, remain middle. On the roundabout itself though, keeping over to the left, so just being a little bit careful of this Jaguar's positioning. Also, just being careful of the Jaguar because several times now, look, they've tried to go when it wasn't safe for them to do so. There's my opportunity. Over there. And at the next roundabout, which is called Toothill, continuing straight ahead. Second exit. It's quite a large roundabout, it's a normal roundabout. Reduction in speed limit to 30. I'm going to go third gear now on the approach. I'm happy with their distance that I can go safely at this pace, which is why I've proceeded. Keeping off the chevron area. Cancel the signal now. And and then falling into a following position behind the Skoda Fabia. Which is why I've purposely just gone a little bit slower than they have, just to open up that gap. Quite a big bump here, look. And I'm now going to go right, third exit, Mannington Roundabout, towards the M4. Feel it was safe for me to stop. On the approach then, 3 lanes, I need the right one. Part-time lights aren't on. Positioning just left of the, just to the right of that line. After this learner then, potentially I have a gap, don't have it. Potentially after the Audi, here I have it. So a bit of gas, awareness on the van on my left, keeping in my lane markings. As I approach this corner then, mirror signal, making sure that I'm staying in those markings. A little bit more pace now. I'm going to stay on this bit of road. Currently at 40. I'm expecting to be caught up, as a lot of people here are just going faster. It's still only at 40. I'm currently at 39 miles per hour. Here's the speed limit change then, so I'm now allowed to go 70. It's national speed limit, dual carriageway. Of course I'm driving in a car. So the Volvo that was breaking the speed limit then had to back off because they weren't carrying enough speed, and I accelerated when I was able to. The next roundabout then, I'm going right. I'm going to get over in that right hand lane soon, but I've got no resistance. Further up the road then, reduction in speed limit, all the way down to 40 miles per hour, so 50 now, 50, 45, 40 and off. Right then, I'm going right, third exit of this roundabout. Right lane on the approach, right signal. See the right arrow? Looking for my opportunity now. This may be my gap. Didn't have to come to a stop, but I did go to a low gear, so I had plenty of power. And then from this point here, need to stay in the right. I've just had a bit of a look over to my left to see if anyone's coming down, and then a double check, and then I knew I had space to come over nice and early. And I'm going straight ahead at the roundabout, so being a little bit cautious of this white BMW in case they cut in. There we go. How pointless. Literally the car in front. Wow, that was close. Okay, I'm going to go straight ahead at a couple of roundabouts then. I'm going to pull into the West Swindon centre, and I'm going to finish with parking either forwards or backwards into a space. They'll probably be back. So look how much the BMW is rushing. Look how much I'm taking my time, and I am literally directly behind them at every junction. I'm going to be using far less fuel than they are. I'm getting far less from the car in front. I have greater visibility than they must have, and there's just no sense in the rushing. Okay, going straight ahead of the roundabout. Lights are just changing then. Just off the gas, just rolling it in nice and slow. Clutch down, first gear. The roundabout then taking the third exit, District Centre and Wesley. It's a right, so I need to approach on my right. Right signal. Lower gear, looking like I can go near the hatched area, not in the hatched area. And then from this point here, mirror, mirror, left signal. Signal off. I've done observations already, but I'm going to do them again. Signalling right. Just going slightly into the hatched area, and then turning immediately right as soon as I can, and keeping on my right. I'm going to turn into the first bit of car park here on my right. I'm going to stop roughly towards the centre. I haven't used any kind of reference points. I'm just going to put the car into reverse. I'm going to start reversing, and then I'm going to pick which space, because they were all empty. So it wasn't a big deal. Thanks for watching.